Getting up on day 5, we found ourselves in Seaside, Oregon. After a wonderful evening, a great dinner, and a good night's sleep, we hit the road with no real plans. We had already decided it would be a relaxed pace today, and figured Ecola State Beach would be a good place to start. Driving through Oregon, you will notice that the forest environment has changed from the wet rainforests in Washington. Not only is it much drier, the trees are not as large and the shades of green are very, very different. No less beautiful, just beautiful in a different way. And the drive into Ecola was great. The road ends at a large grassy overlook that has a parking lot, restrooms, and picnic tables. It also has a fantastic view looking south along the Oregon coast. There are several trails that lead into the forest or down to the beach, and since it was so wide open with not many people around, it was also the perfect place for a drone flight. The wind was blowing a little harder than I would have liked, but I felt as though my skills had improved and I wanted to test them. And while the flight was a little bit tricky, the gimbal held smooth and I was able to get a couple of nice video clips as well as some great photographs. So we snapped some pictures, flew the drone, and then headed out. From there, we just wandered down the coast until we started getting hungry around Pacific City and pulled into the Pelican Pub and Brewery for lunch. I felt like I needed some time to sort through, back up, and organize all of our photos, videos, and other info we had collected so far on the trip. So we got a room at the Pacific City Inn. It was recommended by the waitress at the Pelican Pub. She said it had a great restaurant and a bar on their premises. And while that sounded a lot like what we were told about the Chautauqua Lodge, this time the young lady was right. The Pacific City Inn is run by Pat and Jeff Williams, and it is a terrific place. The rooms are clean, quiet, and comfortable. Their restaurant is fantastic and they have a full bar. But above all of that, the Williams and their staff know how to make you feel right at home. While checking in, I was telling Mr. Williams about what we were doing on our trip. He told me that his son had just bought a drone to do some photography with also. He said that it would not be delivered for a week or so and wondered if he could have him come down and ask some questions. I said sure, and that if the wind died down a little, we could even do a demonstrated flight out back. So around sunset, with the wind still blowing pretty good, we went ahead and took an interesting flight out back. I wish Matt all the best with his drone and whatever he's doing with it. We drank and socialized well into the night with the folks at the Pacific City Inn and had way too much fun. It was no wonder we woke up the next morning a little rough around the edges. As we got out on the road, the windiness of it turned my stomach, and it was obvious to both of us we needed a recovery day. We pulled into a comfort inn around Newport and rested for the rest of the day. Not a real productive day, but the rest did my old body good. So there you have it, days 5 and, 6 in the bag, so to speak. I hope you're enjoying our border-to-border adventure, and we'll come back each day. We still got a lot to show you. We're not even to California yet. So until tomorrow, this is Hugh saying so long.